Here we are then, EA Sports UFC 2, buy it or bin it review. You've got myself, Apps, here from the Dimp Digital team, and I'm going to take you through my personal review and give EA Sports UFC 2 its official grading. Let's kick things off with my cards on the table. So first off, MMA is probably my favourite sports. Video games is probably my favourite hobby. So this, if you look at it like that, is a great combination for me. I played and reviewed EA Sports UFC back in 2014 and gave it a silver award. So EA Sports UFC 2 will be compared directly to the original, and I have played this on the PlayStation 4. EA Sports UFC 2 is unsurprisingly a mixed martial arts fighting game developed by EA Canada and published by Electronic Arts. There are over 250 fighters to choose from, a career mode to work through, Ultimate Team, an event mode, robust online ranking and non-ranking games, knockout mode, and a create a fighter feature. What have they done with this one though? It's got all that. It's got as many modes as you could want. Ultimate Team, just start with that. That's a great little addition. You build up a stable of fighters of 5, you work on improving them, you take them online, you play against the computer, you earn moves, you earn, bits and bobs for them to upgrade them. Superb. But my goodness, they have made a mess of some of the things in this game. Let's start with the mechanics. So stand up, mostly unchanged. Use the face buttons to do, punches and kicks. You can modify them with the triggers. Fine, works well, no need to change it. Thank you very much. The ground game, they've gone to simplify. So instead of using the anti-clockwise and clockwise sort of turning, like quarter circles, now you simply hold the direction on the analog stick of where you want to advance. And to defend, you do the same. So you obviously hold R2 and flick the direction that you feel, or you hold the direction where you feel like the opponent is coming from. And it sounds like that's a much easier way to do things. But I just don't think it works properly. I think it's pissed. It doesn't work anywhere near as well as it should. Advancing is easy. When you're on top, moving, to transition is much easier. It's got a little kind of indicator telling you where you're going to go next. So it does definitely make it easier. But they've made defending exceedingly difficult. So if you're on the back, or if you're on the bottom, or if you're even on top, and you're trying to defend someone sweeping you, it's so difficult. It's so they It doesn't help that the tutorials in the game are absolute crap. They do not teach you the basics of what you need to know, and they know their tutorials are crap because if you go onto EA Sports 2's website and look at the video section for help, they actually link you to a YouTuber for how the ground game works. It's absolutely unbelievable. So they've really messed this up. This is a fundamental part of mixed martial art, and they've made the ground game harder. It's just very, very difficult, and it's inconsistent. It's not that it's hard. It's just that it doesn't. I don't feel like it works properly. And whilst I'm on my soapbox about negatives for this game, the career mode that they've put in is an absolute disgrace. It's such a big step backwards from the original. And remember what I said in the originals for that review. That wasn't exactly great. It was passable. This is even further back. This is so boring. It's generic, work your way up the rankings, train, fight, win the belt, defend the belt, switch weight classes, win the belt, defend the belt. No, I know that's the life of, a fighter. They just train and fight, but come on, this is a video game. What are you doing? It's absolute toilet. I really hope that someone takes a look over the fence at what, FIFA have been doing with the journey. And maybe offering something like that, because there's an interesting story to be told of the life of a fighter. But the career mode in EA Sports UFC 2 is an absolute disgrace. If we look at the positives, I mentioned the huge roster. They add in DLC. They're keeping the game up to date with the goings on in the world of the UFC. There's lots of modes for you to do, although obviously avoid the career mode because it's just a time sink. And it feels like the UFC. All the production values, the fighter entrances, sometimes the music is licensed. They hit the nail on the head in getting that feel. But they've really bodged the ground game and made the career mode the most forgettable experience of 2016. Unforgivable. EA Sports UFC 2 earns itself a Dimp Digital Bin It rating. Therefore, it does not earn an official grading. So, EA Sports UFC 2, should you buy it or bin it? Fucking bin it.